Hey y'all, I could use some help. Something really, really, really messy happened. And I should have known. Don't want to get into it too much because I don't want to talk anything bad about anybody. But I just got totally screwed over. I called um, the person who I'm trying to go to their thing. Well, the thing is, somebody that disappeared from me. That was on my Facebook or on my YouTube for a while and stopped watching my. And he said that he wasn't getting notifications, but he stopped watching my stuff or something. And out of nowhere, when I said I was going down there, he started talking to me again. Then he decided he's going to give me a ride. And he comes out here yesterday, all day, man, just poking at me, telling me what to do, don't do this, like doing this, just little pokey things, like smart alecky stuff. I don't really want to get on here and say anything as far as somebody, but he did something really bad. I'm the one that's been talking to the other person and the other people to get this set up. And I was told the guy's got mild dementia. I also made him a moderator on my channel. I'm gonna have to get rid of him. Um, but he come over here and he was doing smart alecky stuff, but I couldn't tell. Just no tone in his voice. It just kept on. It kept on. I'm like, and what is? Oh, I'm just being, facetious and stuff. Just all day poking at me, poking at me, poking at me. You know, and he's getting mad at stuff. Oh, something on my phone. He got somebody ordered bike parts, and he's like, "Well, I don't know if I have them. Maybe I do." And I'm like, thinking, "What is this, man?" And he keeps getting weird with me. So, anyways, night goes on. I said, "Please, brother." I said, "Look." I said, you keep wanting to start arguing with me. I said, I got to do my laundry. I need to get my laundry done. I said, you just told me today we're going, and I have paperwork to fill out for welfare, for Section 8, all this stuff. I have to get all these things done before I go, just in case. And it just kept going on and on. Well, finally, he left last night. He just got up, blamed it on me, said, well, I'm going to make the decision. That's what he said. He went into ego. Bad, went into ego. So there you are. What happened, man? You told I was just told by Shannon you're on your way down there. Shannon told me that you left me behind, dude, because I talked to him. That's what you're not realizing. You came over here yesterday and started picking at me. You got mad because your vape thing burned up. I thought it was your ego trying to push you out of here. For 2 days I've been warned in my brain to be careful as far as you. And I said to myself, "Hey man, it's probably okay. He's just having some issues. He needs out of town." And then you turn around and did that last night, and I turned around and talked. You said you were gonna make the decision, like you're gonna run my life, and then you turn around and get a hold of Shannon behind my back and start heading to Missouri. That is dirty, dirty stuff. Everybody knows it. You're right here. As a matter of fact, um, hey, you sit there and dude. You sit there and you went to Shannon behind my back. That is not right. I didn't say anything negative about you. All I said is what you're doing to me right now. You did me dirty. You took off out of here, told me you were going to decide if I go down there or not. Well, you're not. I have friends everywhere, all over, dude. I'm not arguing with you here on my thing, but anybody who comes on here can see what's going on. I need to get down there. I actually have skills for down there. You know, I don't have any kind of fibromyalgia, bum hip, nothing. I'm operational. And I'm just saying that because I know that, there's or any other kind of thing. I don't have any kind of debilitating stuff. I don't have any kind of mental stuff. I don't have any broken stuff. I don't have a busted back. I don't have anything that could mess me up from going down there. So I'm going down there, and that's what I'm going to do. I have all tons of skills needed. And if somebody wants to mess that up, that's fine. I've still got Virginia. I've still got Indiana. I'm reaching out all over the place. Look, man, I love you, bud. I even told you in things, but you were really mean to me. You picked at me the whole time you were here, and you told me you're reaching out for friends. Well, if you're reaching out for friends, why do you keep picking at people? Why were you mean to the people that were calling you about bike parts? Why did you freak out over your coil? You freaked out over the coil. You freaked out because Mylar was moving in my house. You yelled at me for walking in my own house. I mean, dude, you were yelling at me in my own house. That's not cool, man. It's not cool, bro. Just need to be mellow. And I don't need anything like this. I think you were put in my life because it's a reflection of Brian to see if I was going to let somebody manipulate me. You manipulated me. You turned around and told me you're going to decide if we go. That's manipulation. That's not cool, man. It's really not cool. So that's all I got to say about that. Hey, I'm praying for you too, man. It doesn't matter what happens in life. I pray for everybody. You know, even the ones that's trying to hold down the planet right now, the true evil ones that are out there, or whatever you want to call them, negative ones, whatever. Pray for everybody. But, anyways, um, I am still looking out for a ride to anybody. Um, like I said, there's always other places, you know. Hell, there's a reason for everything. Just remember, there, Bobcat, if you go down there and I ain't down there, there might be a reason why I wasn't down there. There might be a reason why you go down there. But, you know, that's for each to figure out, I guess. I do appreciate you left a little bit of food behind that little nugget of thing there, you know. And I hope you will too, man. But just remember that facetious or smart alecky thing with people, it's not cool. And you turned around and told me last night that it wasn't very spiritual. That's judgment. You sat there and judged me the whole time. You know, let's learn at least one thing from Christ, man. Let's stop judging each other. I'm not judging you. I'm just trying to figure out why you did these things, you know? Why you turned around and tried to manipulate me, hurt me, and then take the idea that I worked so hard on and go use it for yourself. That's mean. But anyways, anybody out there want to talk some nice, loving stuff, spread some good energy, do the happy, happy, joy, joy thing? I could use it. I just had to go through a mountain of paperwork and do a Section 8 call this morning and get all that stuff worked out. I still got to go to get about 4 stamps to send my paperwork out. Um, I'm thinking of going to Harbor Freight. I want to get stuff for grounding, but I was thinking of maybe getting like a woven grounding strap like you see with electrical, or maybe copper coil, the copper grounding tape, like I've used in guitars and stuff. Because actually, I got a little bit. See, this is what I got hooked up right now. I slept in my living room just because things just got so weird last night, and the energies are so out of whack. I brought my bed out here so I could sleep next to the computer with meditation music. But here's what I rigged up as far as on my bed. I got to really fix that. But okay, hold on, you can't really see it. But that copper right here, that copper tape, and it goes to a wire that's plugged into ground. Um, Plugged into the ground in a plug. But what I'm thinking of doing is taking like a, I don't know, some kind of fabric. I think a piece of leather would work good, but it's costs quite a bit for a big chunk of leather. But cover it in the tape and put the wires under it and make like two of them. Put one over there for my dog and one over here for me. And that way the dog's properly grounded too. Because I'm thinking it might actually affect the dog more, you know, because dogs are naturally um, outside and on the ground and stuff, So it's scared me. I flip out for no reason. I kept asking the guy over and over and over, "Would you please leave me alone? Would you please?" I tried to walk away in the park, man. I was in the park, tried to walk away, and he kept telling me, "No, you can't." I'm trying to get my dog to stay off the sidewalk, and he's like grinding his nose on the sidewalk at this smell of pee, and he's trying to pull out of his harness. And he's got these cysts underneath here, and his harness pulls up against him and stuff. And he was hurting himself, and I'm trying to get him to stop. And as soon as I said something, it's just over and over. That's why I don't want to get into it. This guy, I'm gonna go into something else, but I just had to say that because stuff putting up there, But y'all talk to me every day, man. You've seen me in my good times and in my rough days, man. You know, and a lot of people actually know me outside of here. Don't have any issues. I can show you people right now that's known me their whole entire life, man. That's the one thing with me. I literally did this. When I had to get custody of my daughter, um, I don't know. It's just because the way they changed around the laws. Boy, oh boy, I actually had to get character references of who I am and how I am. Literally, they went to different people in the neighborhood and they called people um, and talked to them outside of me without even saying anything to me. Just found people I knew and shit, and talked to them. Um, so yeah, I got plenty of character references. I am love, and I do have all the skills, that I say that I have. I have proof of every bit of it. you know, I could go into a wooded lot, cut trees, and by the time I'm done, have water line and everything installed. House and all that. But I guess if too many things happen with this and too much resistance, then maybe it's not the direction to go. I don't know. But I do have a friend and a possibility in Indiana. I think Virginia is still there. I don't know. And there was a possibility of northern you know. But that's the thing. I offer my skills as or abilities or whatever you want to call stuff. I offer the things in which I can do for for being able to live where I'm at. You know, basically, don't need a whole lot more than a camper. But I'll make my way out somewhere. Y'all be careful. I mean, really. I come up with a great idea and then somebody took my idea and left me hanging. It's on the way to meet the people that I haven't met yet. That's dirty. Very dirty. But anyways, doesn't look like many people's here, so I'll turn around and tune back in here later, because like I said, I'm not gonna sit around here and harp on stuff. Stuff happens for a reason, and you gotta learn from it. And I know what happened here, and I learned from that, and we'll go on with life. Um, but yeah, if anybody wants to tune in later, man, I'll come on here. We'll share some love and you know all that good stuff. And if any of my moderators catch this and you see that name pop up in chat, keep an eye on it. Hey, a third person showed up. Anybody here want to talk? Want some love? Well, probably, I said, head out here in a minute. Well, I'd probably should take the dog out, let him go pee, and then go to Harbor Freight, see if I can find stuff for grounding. Probably need to eat something a little more. That kind of thing. But yeah, I could come back on here later. Hey, Earth Dog. How you doing, man? Supposed to go on a trip today. I really don't want to. You can go back and see what happened. I don't want to sit here and say bad stuff as far as anybody. They'll work out for me. I just had somebody. I just got used, as all. You know. It happened about a couple weeks ago. I think somebody just found a way out of here and used me to get all the information they needed and then take off, left me behind. So I had warnings. I mean, I felt everything first come in, but I just thought maybe, they just needed to get out a little bit. Things were bothering them. But instead, in the end, they got all the information they needed from me and took off, left me behind. I called the guy that say we aren't coming. He said, "Well, you're gonna be here in a little bit, yeah, whatever." And I'm like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, guy called. Said he'd be here in 4 hours." I said, "No, I ain't with the guy. He left me behind, and I don't know much about him, other than he keeps freaking out and blaming it on people, and then turning around and you know whatever." Anyways, so how you doing, Earth Dog? Everything cool with you, man? Yeah, I think it was a lesson because, like I said, I just had somebody that was trying to manipulate the crap out of me a little while ago, and it's like the universe said, "Okay, here's all these good traits and something you'd want, with somebody or whatever. Are you going to let them do these things to you?" Because I let the other person do it for a while, but I thought that he was changing, and I think that might be the same lesson here. Could be other things involved. Who knows? I know I'm not supposed to stay where I'm at, and it's literally making me physically sick. And I gotta be careful who I make friends with, man. I got a couple up here that's all right, but there's a lot of friends that I've met in other areas that are just completely different. I run into a weird energy up here sometimes, you know. A lot of people that's just got this. They're almost like a just a me thing up here. It's really weird when you get up southeastern Michigan area. It's like competition. Like people live in competition. Literally, it's crazy. You know, and that's how you get stuff like that. Somebody turn around, take your idea, and boom. uh, oh, they will. It's not really the right person. I found the right area to go to. I just need a ride there. I don't need to go with anybody. I need to go by myself. Problem is now he's going down there. He left without me. So, being as he is already talking stuff, as far as like, uh, got in his own mind about me. He's sitting there saying all these things about me. There's a good possibility he might go down there and start saying stuff. I don't know. Why would you leave without me and go to a place I told you about? You know, unless you had ulterior motives or something. I think he's trying to escape living in a house with other people, renting a room. I think it's just an escape thing. But yeah, I'll figure out something. It's not the right person. I just need to find a ride down there, or ride wherever I'm going. But so, how's your day going, man? You okay? Everything all right? Eating, getting water, get some love, friendship, man. Like to make sure I check on people, man. I know how things can get rough out there. You know, make sure everybody's feeling some love and stuff. It's like I said, even with the hardest crap going on with me, man, I still find a way to spread love, man. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do this. Man, I can't believe somebody. Why would somebody do that, man? The universe gave me a million signs to this place, and I swear to God, somebody scoped me out, found out all my information, used me, and took off with it. Wow, what is wrong in this world, man? Cool. Yes, thank God you're good, bro. Yes, thank God. Always, man. Just be happy to be alive and happy to exist. You know? It's any more it gets kind of harder staring at this. I can't stare at this any longer. I mean, I'm literally at the point of I'm ready to pack a tent and just leave. You know, I don't know. I don't see anybody else talking right now. Um, All I do is I get me some food in me. Like I said, I'll go to the Harbor Freight or wherever and see about getting some stuff to make like a grounding thing. And it's not that I'm upset. It's that I'm let down and hurt, bro. I mean, I feel like a little child that just got hurt by somebody, man. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like that. I'm not upset, man. I just really, really feel like somebody purposely went in and manipulated me, took my way away from me. It's probably headed off to ruin it all. This was my synchronicity, man. I even had a friend yesterday that was like, "Man, when you sent me that message, it came in at 3:33," and I was like, "It's Christ and consciousness, man. That's what's been pointing my way to this place." I just want peace, man. Why is it? It seems like I am so much in love, and there is some kind of just bad presence that keeps getting you. Nothing can get to me. So what's it do? It gets into people. It tries to get to me. I gotta get out of here, man. I just gotta get away from this area. I'll pack my tent and I'll go. You trust me. I've tried to find ways. I find lots of ways to stay positive, and it's hard at times. I got to get a hold of the dentist right now. He drilled out too much, and the people keep doing things, and they're like, "Oh, well, you know what happens." The dentist drilled out so much bone in my jaw. I have a hole that goes all the way up in here, and I literally have rotting food and stuff getting in behind my eye and shit. It's really crazy, man. And they keep cutting my food stamps and cutting my food stamps. And I'm just trying to eat and survive. And the crazy thing is, I'm a very good gardener. I can grow all the food I need. I'm just let down and I feel like like this person has literally screwed me over. Like I said, anybody else in this chat see that name at the very top? Ever come back into chat again? Watch it. Like, especially if you're a moderator or something. I'd put you as a moderator, dog, but I don't want to just assume shit and put something on, somebody, extra responsibility or whatever. It's not really a big deal, anyways. You just make a bunch of people moderators so that way if one of them's in the chat, and one of 'em ain't or whatever, But yeah, I'll get myself right, you know. Do a happy broadcast today for y'all. Spread some love. Yeah, I probably need to eat some more food. Well, I couldn't believe that when I sent that message and or checked my phone and he said he was on his way there. You need a dentist. Yeah, that's why I haven't seen an eye doctor because they said you gotta wear a mask, we gotta take your temperature and all this stuff. And I said, no, you're not. I'm not walking in there and you have a broken thermometer or whatever and call a hazmat team on me. It's not happening. I already keep getting these weird feelings of this system trying to trap people, but at the same time, I know that they're trying to spread fear, and I know there's people in the background doing good things. I've seen all this stuff with these bombings, almost 50,000 troops that went into Italy right as they locked down Italy. I know they're taking these systems down, but I got to get out. I can't live in town areas no more. Like I said, I was in West Virginia for 12 years, man, and it got into my soul, man. That's how I quit drinking. That's how I took back up gardening. That's how I came back to the child within, man. Literally, just sitting in the woods, sitting along a riverbank, sitting in a field, sitting on a rock staring at trees, just in nature in West Virginia. Didn't matter if it was a cow pasture, the side of a mountain, creek, river, top of a mountain, bottom of a hollow, or holler as they call them there. I felt like I was totally connected to everything. Total universal consciousness, connected through God to everything that is. It was so beautiful, man. You know, and I still got that connection, but it's my heart is in the rural areas. You know, digging in the dirt and growing the vegetables and all the different things. So hey, mice guys. Uh, okay. Well, check this out. The up there at top, mice guys. I'm not. Like I said, I don't want to keep harping about stuff. But that guy, Bobcat, his name's Mark. Um, Mark Jutt. Mark Juszko. The only reason I'm saying his name outside of his thing is because he just changed it the other day in YouTube, and I just want to make sure that if he changes it back and tries to go on my stuff or do anything weird, people keep an eye out for it. But he took off, dude. He just, I don't know, was having some nervy issues and kept like blaming it on me and like telling me how to, I don't know, like he like just kept doing stuff, and I'm like, what? And he's like, well, I was just being facetious, being a smart aleck, and just kept doing stuff like that all through the day, and poking and poking and poking, and then like getting irritated at little stuff, and then turned around and acted like it was me, took off, left the house. Before he left the house, he said, I'm going to decide if we go or not. As far as on the trip, I'm going to decide if I go. Like, start some crazy manipulation shit left. And I didn't hear from him. He didn't say anything back. This morning, I said something to the guy whose property I was going out to. And he said, "You're going to be here in a little bit? You just got a call." What? The guy turned around, left here last night. I gave, you know how you gave me the information for this, my guys? Well, I let him know where it was at. He didn't know anything about it. And he didn't even know dude's number, you know? I still don't think he even knows dude's number. And he took off out there, dude. He left me behind, blamed everything on me, and took off out there. Really, really dirty thing to do. I don't know what he's going to say while he's out there, but whatever. Um, about trip share apps. I'm not sure what those are, and because I don't use apps on my phone, but um, websites I can go to. So I use my computer for everything. Like I said, I don't got the data on my phone to do all that stuff. I mean, I can make phone calls, you know, because I got unlimited calls and texting, but I don't have the actual data to do the um, online stuff on my phone. Yeah. Oh yeah, you send them an email. So yeah, I can get them. But can I use the apps on the computer, or do I got to use them on the phone? I'm not trying to be. I don't know a whole lot about that stuff, man. You know, I'm not really good with the um how you do that stuff. I was actually thinking of going to a flip phone. Oh, that's a good idea because I just talked to a friend here who does medical, he delivers medical supplies, and he told me if he was on his way to Indiana, he would do it. So yeah, find somebody who's headed a certain direction or whatever. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, send me that info. Maybe I can go to a site and tell them what I'm up to. Say I'm headed here, and I might have to give him it. I still got the $50 that I put back for it, but he was going to go in part on that trip. Well, I guess he's got enough money to do it all himself, and I don't know how he's going to do it because he says he's got all this credit card debt and still owes on his vehicle, and he's going down in an area where there's no jobs. I mean, literally, I looked all around there, my skies. There's one little town. There's not even. I couldn't even find a grocery store in it. There's has to be though, because there's a lot of other stuff. But there's no Walmart department stores or anything that I've seen of. And you look out from that, and there's nothing anywhere. It's like it's right next door to Kansas, man. Way out in the middle of nowhere, you know. But surprisingly, they have that little town there has a um what do they call that, like low income housing type of thing. Because I thought of that because I still have my voucher for Section 8. You know, I thought of taking that with me just in case or whatever. No, not just in case. Everything should work out, but just I don't know. Got to take care of things or whatever. Uh, right, shares. That is a good idea. Oh no, I can't do that, dude. I'm not going to Craigslist. Uh-uh. Every time I go to Craigslist, I run into scam artists. I tried getting like rental for housing, and I had people like ringing my email. Hey man, you gonna rent my house? You gonna send me deposit money? Craigslist killer, all that stuff. Yeah, I don't like dealing with Craigslist. It's way too sketchy, man. You know. I mean, if there's other sites to go to, I'd be willing to try that. But every time I go on there for anything, I always run into weird, sketchy people, and you got to know what you're looking for too. Or you can run into them. 'Cause like I said, I've had them sending stuff to my email. I had to call one person, actually a homeowner, and tell them that I found somebody else with their house for rent on Craigslist because I knew the area and the rent price was really, really cheap. Didn't make any sense. So I got a hold of the person and I was like, that don't sound right. And then later on, like a couple days later, I found another one for the same price, but it was like $200 more a month. The price that it said actually fit the area. So I got a hold of the people and they were the ones that owned it. And I told them what happened. Oh, I will. I don't know anything about them. I've never looked at them. I guess I just type in rideshare maybe, see what it comes up with. Yeah, I didn't know anything about that stuff, man. You know, a lot of these things people do, I didn't. I said there was a while where I was living in West Virginia, didn't have no internet, man. you know, absolutely none. The thing is with these videos too, I don't think I could send these videos to anybody that's over there in Missouri so they can see what I'm up to or whatever. Because I don't know if they got any internet. I know I was talking to a dude and he said he's not got a lot of data on his phone. So like I said, I got a friend in Indiana. It's a possibility, and I don't know. Really wanted to try the Missouri thing though, because there's other stuff about the state that I really like. Scenery, and they got medical cannabis laws that go along with here. Hey, how you doing, Belle? I tried to message you on Messenger. Yeah. Hey, Fifth World, you're here. Hey, man, you want to do something really cool? Put together some kind of prayer or meditation for your brother Dana, man? Pray that I find the direction that God's sending me, and I get some peace, and that people quit screwing me over, manipulating me, and taking my ideas. I can't believe that. Fifth, that guy turned around. I got a hold of the dude whose land I'm supposed to go to. He got all weird last night. Took off out of here. Blamed a bunch of stuff on me. Said that he said, and his name's up there. So if you see him in any of the chats, be careful. I mean, he's all right. He hasn't done anything, but I just don't know because what he did was really underhanded. But I had all the information for this place. He turned around last night. He said, I'm going to decide if we're going or not. He left out of the house. He said, I'm going to go sit in my car for a little bit. Disappeared. I got a hold of the guys whose land I'm supposed to go to today. He turned around and took off out there without me. That guy thinks I'm on my way out there. I had to call him and said, no, I'm not on my way out there. That guy took off by himself. He totally took all my information that I had, the whole idea of this. I was like looking up all the scenery and stuff in there and just left me. I was like, wow, I just got used and manipulated. So please, if anybody can, send some prayers, man. Oh, I know. I said something about that too, Buffy, because but the thing is he still went out there, which is hopefully, um, if there is any issues, the people see it before it becomes a problem. But I actually thought of after this happened, I'm like, I'm glad that didn't happen because I didn't want to get down there, and then people turn around and going, why is this person being this way? Why are they being that way? Blah blah blah, and then them end up looking at me weird. But I'm kind of feeling uncomfortable about this video because I don't want to say anything bad about him. But guy's a good guy. Just everybody has issues, and I'm not sure what the heck's going on. But whatever the issues is, I got used and manipulated, and it wasn't cool. But like I said, I don't want to talk bad about anybody. I don't want to go on these videos and do like other people do like that. But I do have to explain my situation, and the problem is I can't explain my situation without talking about what's involved in my situation. Sometimes there's other humans. So it makes stuff really tricky. Um, but yeah, the energy's just felt so crazy every time that I've gotten calls from him and stuff over the last so many days. I can't tell when he's joking, when he's being smart aleck, when he's this, when he's that, and then I'm being told, "Well, I got uh, onset dementia," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So then, things keep going on. I said, well, look, man, I'm trying to work with you. I know you said you got that dementia. And then he goes off. And I'm like, wait a minute. You told me that you have dementia and that's why you're this way. Oh, well, I forgot I told you that. It's like, so just a lot of pull for a couple days. And I thought, well, that's okay because I learned that Alzheimer's dementia, there's a bacteria within the dirt. There's all this stuff I learned about gardening and it helps people. And I was like, awesome, man. This guy don't know much about that stuff, but we can get him out there. We get him gardening, and it'll help him. And I really, really, really just sat there and just absorbed all the crap that I was given because I thought we could get this guy out there and heal him. And then in the end, he manipulated me, made it sound like everything he was going through was my issue, and took off. And me even got mad at the Mexican restaurant. The guy said, "Do you guys, what kind of cheese?" And he got just totally mad over this cheese they had, mad over his dentures. It's like, wow. Mad over a coil. Hey, things happen. People get irritated, and I understand that. I mean, I get irritated sometimes, but don't take your irritable stuff and put it on somebody else like it's their fault. You know, we got to be able to self-reflect. Got to be able to look at things from all directions, man. You know, with what? You are, dude. I love you too, Bella. You know what? I really wish I could find some way to meet you. And I don't think you're too far off from that area. Tennessee's one of, I think that's, well, anyways, wherever you're at, I think you're closer there than I am. Um, if I had a car, I'd come visit you, man. You know, I appreciate that. And of course, I go with it. And as far as powerful, when I empty the vessel and I let the light of God, praising the I am presence, whatever come through me, then yeah, I am powerful. Power, powerful within the love and glory of God. Let's see here. We all just need to get serious about coming together. Okay, well, I'm serious. I literally start throwing away stuff from my life. Anybody got any ideas? Well, come on. I'm serious. We can get something figured out. The thing we don't want to do is sit here and just talk about it, not do anything, and then us all be miserable. And, one of us end up like walking into traffic or, jumping off a bridge or something one day because we've just lost it, because this world's drove us to something silly, you know. I love everybody I'm talking to here. No, Mike, if I had a driver's license, bud, that would fix a lot of the problems. I would just drive a U-Haul. I'm right on the corner from U-Haul. But I still owe 350 on it. Then, which if we had the damn stimulus, I could pay off. But the problem is, you got to do that, and then I got to get a personal bond from the state of Ohio. Even though this stuff was like, oh my God, like 12 years ago or something. It's a long time ago. Uh, and then figure out how to get the license here. They say you can renew online, but I can't do that. They got all the goofy stuff where you have to go and take these driving things. And I don't know. I think you have to pay for this stuff now. It's like crazy money. It used to be you just go pay so much and get a license, but now you got to take this test, and so you got to do that. And the um the system here is really backed up. So, like, if you have to get a renewal of an ID, you can get a renewal of an ID online, but to actually apply and get a whole driver's license, then I have to go into a waiting list. Somebody said they're like 4 months behind because of this fake COVID thing. So, there's no way of me being able to even pull my driver's license before I leave out of here. That's why I'm trying to find somebody with a driver's license. I'll supply the money. I got, nothing else. I'll use my whole entire Social Security check, try and make some other money. And I don't know, something. I think I got, let's see, if $40 extra comes next month, about the 5th. Um, but to do that, I would probably have to stay at a friend's house for a couple weeks to get out of here, so that way I don't have to pay the next month's rent. But I get an extra $40 there for because they says that Social Security don't pay us enough according to the state of Michigan. So they supplement an extra $16, I think. I don't know. It's wrote down on the paper. Um, Moratorium on suspenders. I'm not sure what that means. What do you mean? Uh, more moratorium on suspended or expired license and tags or plans. Yeah, January. Yeah, see, it's crazy, man. I don't know what they expect you to do. There's a lot of stuff that you can't get fair. Like, luckily, when I was talking to Section 8 and stuff, I told them, I said, some of this paperwork, or well, it's a MISHDA program here, but it's the same thing. I said, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get the paperwork in time, because of a lot of these people not being in office or their things or whatever. And luckily, they know all that. And the woman told me, she said, it's all right. She said, your paperwork comes later. You have to send in stuff late. She said, we understand, we'll work with you. And she said, if you decide to leave, she said, just tell us, we'll cancel out the Section 8. But that's why I felt like I needed to fill out the papers so bad yesterday. Because there could have been, I could have turned around and not filled out them papers and probably got halfway to Missouri, went to take a piss somewhere, and had somebody get mad at me and leave me at a gas station. I mean, if this happened right here, that could have easily have happened. So, Bell, you're right. There was a many reasons why this shouldn't have happened. And I mean, at least as far as going there with this person. But not so much there. I'm still looking into there. We're working on that, but I don't know what's going to happen if, you know, he's down there or whatever. I'm trying to go down there. I don't know if that's going to cause an issue. That's what I mean. It's really crazy. Somebody takes your idea, they get mad at you, and then go down to the people you're supposed to be around, and take over your whole thing. I mean, damn, that is so dirty, so dirty. Oh man, never in a million years. Oh well, that's awesome. See, they had something going on up here. I think with Detroit and stuff, but it was within the state. People who had like certain kind of like old tickets and things that caused them to lose their license. They were doing something to try and help everybody get their license back because there's so many people without driver's license. Um, but they were like excusing some stuff, so people could get back on the road. But all my shit happened in Ohio. Ohio changed their laws, but I was always the guy, you had to stay at my house if you drank and was drinking. But something happened years later. I'd moved back to Ohio and I was trying to get a job, and I would go to this little local bar around, excuse me, time when guys were getting off work, and hang out there, have a couple beers, and talk to different people, and setting up work and stuff. Well, I started going there in the evenings and stuff and hanging out there more at the bar, and started drinking, and then drinking and driving happened. But in the state of Ohio, they changed it around. But when I got my drinking and driving, they had $450 reinstatement fees on top of the $1,000, fines or whatever, and time in jail you spent. So they actually incurred interest too. And I had two of them, and it got up to over $1,100. I ended up paying all of it off except for like $350. But the wild thing is they don't do that in Ohio anymore because the state, Supreme Court turned around and said we can't do that. Once the judge bangs the gavel and says that's it, that's it. The state cannot step in there and throw in extra charges. But mine was before they changed the law, so I had to pay them stupid reinstatement fees. They were really hard about stuff too. They told me my car. They said I could get my car out of impound, but I had to. They were going to put the club on it, and then when the club came off, when it was time for me to get my license back, they said I had to get a special license plate. And I know a guy that had one, and we used to work at Walmart second shift, so we were always coming home at 2 in the morning. Well, 2 in the morning is when bars let out. He got pulled over every night almost because that license plate states that here is a former drunk driver. They let all the police know that. So here he is driving it home 2 at night, getting pulled over on a regular basis. Poor guy, you know. Well, no, I called Shannon. I called Cowboy, and because I had sent him a message and said that wasn't going to happen. Things got a little weird, and then he sent me back a message. It's right here. Let's see. Let me get my glasses. It's basically asking, when are you going to be here? Because I think, he got this message that we'd be there in a few hours or something. So he was a little bit confused, He said, yeah, where are you located? Are you on the way? So I was like, well, maybe I ought to call him because I left him a message telling him not. And then that's when he said that Bobcat, Mark, turned around and went on to Cowboys, one of Cowboys' videos because he ain't got his phone number. I got his phone number. And he went on one of his videos and said that he's going to be down there. Matter of fact, I probably ought to go check one of the videos just to see what he said out of curiosity. See if he said we're going to be down there or what. But like I said, I'm not on here to talk bad about anybody. The guy's a good guy. Just people have issues, whatever. I mean, everybody's got good in them. Like I said, I'm not here for that. I'm just here to tell everybody what happened because I know that I told everybody if you don't hear from me in a couple days, blah blah. So I want to let everybody know what's going on, so you know where I'm at. That I'm not on my way down there or worrying about me. 'Cause I know I have friends that get a little worried about me, and I don't, as though I don't want people to be worried about me. At the same time, yes, it does feel good to be that loved. I mean, really, you all are awesome. Yeah, strange times, man, strange times. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Um, yeah, but that's the thing. He's got a cell phone. You can pop onto your cell phone. Well, he might not be, but uh, told Shannon he was on his way down there or something. That's why I'm trying to check to see where he left a message at, because I go to all these videos and I'm like the last one that's left messages on these videos. So who knows? I mean, I don't, I don't really care either way, but I do know he's got the guy whose place we're going to confused, and that's not cool. Whoa, sorry. God, that was loud. Yeah, I'm not sure what video he went on to. He didn't go on any of those videos. He left something on a video somewhere. Because that's just what I was told this morning. I was told by the guys like, well, he left a message on one of his videos saying he was coming out there. Oh, unless maybe it's thinks it's the same guy or something. I really don't know. I just know shit is so weird right now between the they call the white hats, the black hats, the government, the Illuminati, the this person, that person, COVID, this lie, that lie. It's like, what is going on out there? 4 months. What? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. It goes back to that thing. Blue bottle bunny. I dig you, man. Wish we could like talk on a phone call one day. You know? Okay. I'm in southern Michigan in a little town called Monroe, about 19 miles from the Ohio border. It's the extreme southeastern part of Michigan, so I'm right next to Lake Erie. And I'm trying to get to the northwestern part of Missouri, 3 states away. Um, Lee or Lewis County or something. I have to look it back up. It's off Highway 59. I think it's like Mound City or something. I got it all wrote down. I'm trying to get to there from here, and it's just basically a vehicle. You're getting the ride there. So like I said, I got a check coming in. Pay somebody gas and where it take me there. I don't know. It's a lot of thinking, man. I just want peace. I mean, today could have been peace. Could have got out of the house. And that's what I told dude yesterday. I said, man, I said, that's what people don't realize. I don't have a car. I don't have no way around anywhere. I'm trapped in this little apartment complex right next to a bunch of main roads where it's just COVID masks and people all up and down the streets and stuff. So I don't go nowhere. People don't realize it doesn't matter if it's COVID or not. If a human being doesn't get certain interaction or get out every so often, they could go mental. I mean, really. And when you're made for the dirt, when you're made for the land and all that, it's where you want to go. Like I said, Blue Bottle, you wanna. I'm sorry about this. I'm trying to fix this shirt. I'm not trying to show you guys my nipples. Sorry. But if you want to call me or get a hold of me or talk to me or just BS, just have a conversation or whatever you can. Um, well, actually, if anybody here wants to get a hold of me, you can. I said just go through email. If everything's cool and you want to call me on the phone, you can. I try not to use it a whole lot. It's got a crack in the screen that's really old and messed up. But if anybody's got Facebook, Messenger's free, or at least, Facebook Messenger. Make free phone calls on there. So if anybody ever wants to ask me questions or just, talk to me, have another friend to go through this crazy world with. uh, well, it says there's 9 people here. I don't even know. It's like everybody kind of faded out. Anybody got any requests? Can't dance right now. The bed's in the middle of the floor. Maybe I could sing you a song or do a limerick or something. uh, yeah, I was gonna eat these things earlier, but didn't. Oh, these were left behind. They keep taking all my food stamps away and shit. So it's getting harder and harder to live. And they added food stamps to COVID, but I don't know if they're coming back. I'm looking to get out of here, man. And I'm at the point where I don't have to go to Missouri. Like Mike, my guys. Anybody here have an idea? Want to get land, live together, do anything like that? Talk to me. I'm serious. I'm not living in an area isolated. I got plenty of friends out there. We can all build a community anywhere. I don't have to go to Missouri. I don't have to go to place to place. I don't have to go to that place. Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Y'all want to do that? I'll say a prayer. Earth Dog just said, yes, say a prayer. Wait a minute. I'm here. Request, I want to see your clouds. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Mine's kind of like a clouds don't look the greatest here. Um, no. Did you send it messenger or send it in email? Somebody said something about me saying, or somebody saying a prayer, and we can all say amen. You want to do that? You want me to give like a basic random prayer for all of us? Yeah. Here, give me a second. Today, I come in prayer to the one, the Great Spirit, one that some know as God. You know who I'm talking to, for you fill my heart so the words don't have to be exact. For I am connected to you at this moment. I ask you from the deepest depths of my heart, from the most divine place within my soul, and with everybody out here that's within this chat right now, for all of our energies to be united as one through you, through all existence. And in this moment of unity, I ask for healing for everybody here, physically, mentally, their soul. I ask you to please help show everyone here the way to their true happiness, their true path, and that anybody wanting to unite with one another or find land, that they're given the ways and given the opportunities. We know they're out there. I've seen these things happen. I had an exact vision sent to me from you, and it lined up with Missouri and William, a person who actually did exactly the message that I was given from you. Somebody will get land, they will invite people. So I know there's plenty more people out there like us. So I ask today for us all to be able to be totally linked into that love vibe, to be linked in with you in all consciousness and all that is great. For nobody here to feel any fear whatsoever, to know that fear is just a lie holding them back, to know and understand that we have many people within the systems around the world converting the things to the divine ways as we speak. They may not be seen, they may be hidden, but they're there. And the ones that are trying to hide it are trying to put people in fear because they don't want them to know that the world is about to change into a divine place. And we're all doing it through you, through our connection to you and what is us. Pure consciousness, pure love. It's from this that we operate. It's from this that we are created. And being that we are created from this, we can create with this. So with you, we create paradise right here on earth. So to any and all watching, and to those who aren't watching, that have the same viewpoint, we want to send love, prayers, and the energy needed to every soul within this planet, or this universe, however far this goes, to be able to have the strength, through you and all of us united, to do these things. To be able to smile, to not feel the fear. From the deepest depths of my soul, I transmute every bit of fear within this realm. And if I could do it all right now and make it all go away, I don't care if my whole entire existence disappeared. If I could turn around right now and send out the energy, and everybody all of a sudden click into that awakened moment where everyone's in love, I would sacrifice everything that was my whole entire existence to do so. That is my dedication to everybody. I don't want to see no more pain in the world, God. I don't want to see nobody hurt. I feel like Jesus sometimes, man. How did he walk this earth that way? To try and give love and it's rejected. It makes no sense to me. There's many of us down here feeling this. Please, God. Send us the energy and the love to be able to unite. And to be able to do this. We gotta go beyond where we're just at, man. This has gotta go into the realms of like the X-Men or something. We've got to be able to just dive into this energy and let it explode upon the whole earth and just fracture into little pieces like comets, just raining down upon everything. The stars raining down upon the skies, the stars being us the love that's raining down. We need to do that. I can feel the planet. She's she's having issues with all we've done and her own growing pains. And I feel it within the people of the earth. There's a lot of confusion. I'm so tuned in, I can feel it sometimes, and it just damn near, it hurts, man. We need help. We need to be able to have the ways to our communities so we can show the way and help build up these things so others can come and no more people be like this because you know what's going to happen. And then next year, man, so much is going to come out. So many people are going to know what's going on and they're not going to handle it too well. We need to be able to be at peace so we can help those. We need to have the land in which they can come to when they want to leave. So we ask you today, Great Spirit, our Creator, Father of all, Mother and Father of all, just please help us all. Help us all to be able to stay within our heart space and find our way. Oh, wow. I look up, I'm in the middle of a prayer. 2 people left here. Oh, man, that just didn't make me feel good. I just really went into serious prayer, man. Oh, I guess I'm out of here. Oh, limerick. I don't even know if they're considered limericks. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many peppers did Peter Piper pick? Sally sells seashells at the seashore. I don't know. It's something. I don't think that's technically a limerick, but it's something in that area. I know that we're truly responsible for our own awakening. I'm just trying to. Somebody said send out a prayer. I'm just trying to help. Just trying to help the world. It's like every time I turn around, I say God or I say this, and somebody's like, "Oh, well, people awaken on their own," or "No, God." It's like I don't even know what to say, man. That's what I mean. English language sucks. I could say the most deepest heart for my prayer and be in tears, and everybody disappears off the thing, and then I get, well, people are responsible for their own awakening. That came from my heart too, man. It brought tears and everything out of me. Thank you, Earth Dog. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I know. I keep pulling this infection, just pulling this infection out of my tooth thing. It's crazy. Well, it's not a tooth, it's a hole where there used to be a tooth. And it just goes all the way through and all the way up into here. Crazy, man. That's why my voice sounds kind of the way it is. It's full of like really nasty phlegm. Yeah, I see that. What area do you live in? Earth Dog, feel free to email me or call if you want. Well, I'm not sure what state or country you're in, so I don't know if you can call or not. Um, but you can email. Uh, actually, I'll just write it down in here. Yeah, I know, Mike. It's just funny. I got all these people, and I know everybody says they're there for me, but do you guys notice, like, not having another physical human being to hug? You see what this is? I'm gonna show you something interesting. It kind of hurts me to do this. That's my mom. There's some weird shit going on, man. She was having some issues, and she was freaking out, man, and she was asking me to pray with her and stuff. And then she told me she's gonna off herself. And I told her, I said, I'm gonna make a phone call. I said, I'm gonna have you put under evaluation. And she said, I'm not serious. I, I'm not serious. Like she's just trying to get attention. And she went next door. She went home. And I gave her a couple days to chill out. And then I went over to her house. She wouldn't answer the door. And she gave me a key. And I opened the door. And I walked in and she was laying in the bed. She wasn't breathing, man. And I shook her. And she barely woke. She didn't say nothing. She just barely started breathing. And she was life-flighted to the hospital. And while I was there, my aunt, I had to put a do not resuscitate order on her because I talked to the neurosurgeon, and he said that her heart was her brain was skipping like a broken record, and he said that if she ever came out of it, she would be vegetative state. And my mom told me all this crazy shit, man, and it all happened. And she's like, I don't want to be hooked on machines. And if your aunt has anything well, see, I gotta be careful what the hell I talk about in this life. If somebody has anything to do with this funeral, don't let them. And that person, while I was staying in the hospital, didn't say anything. Everything was cool. They waited for the nurse to came in and said, "Well, I can't say that without figuring out who it is." They just said, "I can't believe you're trying to kill my sister." I freaked out. I was like, "Are you kidding me? This is my mother." You know, like any little boy that I know, very, very protective of my mom, man. Very protective. I wasn't a harmful person, but if you tried to hurt my mom, it was over with. Um, you know, and that was just the last one, man. Her her little sister, my aunt too, she had got her surgery. She went to bed that night and she died. She was the other person I called. But my Uncle Johnny had it the worst. She died. His son was murdered, and his daughter did a bunch of drugs and got herself addicted to drugs, and she wasn't eating right, and she wasn't eating right, and she wasn't eating right to take care of herself, and her body died on her. So my mom's side of the family, it's very tragic. They said they think that my grandma Smith was into some kind of black magic. My mom's side, the native side that's within me, there's these healers, man. And one of them they think is the one that's trying to work with me. And she wasn't, I guess my mom always was, went to church and was saved and in the church, but she looked at her mom as being more spiritually connected than she was. And her mom wasn't religious, but her mom was by the old ways, the native ways, you know, spirit, that kind of thing. And it's just so weird, man, because I've had, let's see, Jimmy hung himself, Harley was murdered, Jessica overdosed, Angie's body just let go on her. Um, I got another cousin whose brains are scrambled. I've had a couple of them almost have issues and almost die outside of those. But then the parents, they're all gone. The only ones left is my one aunt that got weird with me that time. Um, but they're all dead, man. All weird, tragic shit too, stuff too. Strange. So I don't mean to get weird, guys, but I've just seen so many people die and leave my life, and I don't talk to my daughter. I don't see my grandkids. I literally sometimes, man, I'm on here talking to y'all because you're the only family I got. I mean, it's terrible when you're when your family's all on the TV, and a couple friends that I've made up here. Like I said, are like a lot of people up here, man. What can I get out of you? I mean, I literally found out through many other people. One friend I had a while back does that to people. Why would you look at somebody you think that's destitute and try and use them? That's what I mean. That's why I want to get out of this. I want to go where I can build my own community. I'm gonna tell you what. Hey, Rayoff, how you doing, bro? Man, glad to see you here, man. Um, I think you got my email stuff, don't you? If anybody wants my email stuff, I'll put it. I'll stick it up here, man. Feel free to get a hold of me, man. You know, um, they just talk about anything. Another friend to have. It's great to have a friend that's at least to some level of awakened, whatever you want to call this stuff. Oh man, I was just thinking something. I thought I was thinking something cool. Had to do with money is something I could do, but well, let me see here. Man, I forget what it was. I trying to think back to something I was saying a minute ago. So I wasn't sure if it's something I needed or could help me or whatever, but it's like, well, I do have cash. I started to say something too. I don't know what it was. So that's what I mean when I hate when I get this way, guys. I don't want to sit here and cry and stuff on here and stuff. But no matter how strong you are, there's still that child of me that was molested, man. You know, that had the mean ass babysitter. I mean, I used to walk around doing this and doing this weird thing where I rub my feet and the weird counting and stuff for years, where I'd count and then I'd skip 13. And it took me a long time. Every time, like, I'd get like worried about anything, if like my heart would drop out, like that kind of thing. It all went back to a babysitter. So y'all be careful of that out there, man. Them babies are important. I mean, it wasn't. I told my mom about the molestation thing years later, because it just kind of weirded me out, and I didn't know what to say. Because I mean, it was a woman too, so it wasn't like it was a guy thing. It just, I don't know. It was strange. But I never did tell her about the ticks and stuff because I didn't know. I had no idea. It wasn't until I started working on all the stuff within myself that I realized, ooh, I got some shit that goes all the way back to childhood. You know, sometimes that little boy gets sad, man. Just wants to be loved. I mean, I've been walking around my whole life like this. This ain't like just an awakening thing. I mean, I literally been walking around my whole life feeling, at least in the questioning of this world, like the Jesus thing. What is this? Love. Why don't people want to accept it? Why am I in a world where people don't want love? And that's where I started getting feelings like John Coffey, with the Green Mile, or the Fifth Element, you know? In the end of the movie, she's like, why? Why even do any of this? Where's the love? And it wasn't until dude showed her love that she felt the love and brought things back to the world. And I think about some of these stories of great ones who've done these things. It's like, how did they walk through this earth like that? Because then it was even worse. I mean, now we have an awakening going on, you know? At least I can talk to y'all, and there is people that's, you know, feel the love and stuff. Oh, Earth Dog, did you got the email? Here, let me put it up here just in case nobody has it. Oh, wait a minute. That's the old one. Hold on. Okay, that should be correct. It's Dana, my name, DANAISLOVE 528 at gmail.com. Man, yeah, I wish I could remember what it was that made me happy a second ago. I said something, I was like, well, I got a little bit of money. I can take care of that or whatever. I think I might have said it in my head. I just had to think to myself, if there's anything that I'm missing or that I haven't got on my list or whatever. The bracelet person. You're the one that sent me all the bracelets? Why was I thinking that was somebody else? Yeah, this stuff. You that person? Oh, wow. I sent you things, man, on this stuff. You took a lot of time making this stuff. These are really nice. I'm sure you probably know that you can sell these things. And, I didn't have instructions, but you don't have to have instructions. You can look at it, it's so simple. It's like you slide this little knot up and down and stick the crystal in it, and that locks it in place. It's like they're so neat, man. You know? Is that what this is? You said magnet one. I'm not sure if I have a magnet one. Unless this thing's a magnet, but I don't think it is. I don't know. That's weird. Some time back, I was looking into doing some things with magnets. I was watching some stuff on YouTube, and it's this guy that's like taking a magnet. Okay, that is. Okay, so that's probably actually that would probably be good. It's weird. Stuff came out of nowhere. Like, well, not out of nowhere. It's like I guess your higher self saying stuff, and basically what it boils down to, I've been told that I need more magnets and more grounding. So I was literally sleeping with a magnet behind my head and wires hooked to my bed. Oh, okay. So you sensed that I needed that, and made it and sent it to me. You're awesome, man. Yeah, don't you live across seas or something, right? Yeah, so calling might be kind of hard, but you got the email, so we can talk that way. Oh yeah. Well, hold on a second, man. Well, grounding. This is my grounding side, the left side. So put this on the left. Sometimes it's a little hard for me putting these on because lay them upside down, my fingers get kind of weird sometimes. So gotta get it good and open. There you go. I know I shouldn't be doing that stuff with my teeth, but it's kind of hard for me to do at the moment. well, I'm glad you said that, man. That's cool. Um, good for the gut. Oh, well, that's cool. Because of this whole face phlegm thing, there's probably stuff in my gut that. so, that's awesome. That's really cool, man. Um, I'm not trying to be weird, uh, but you can't really tell. But it doesn't really matter. But I'm just curious when I talk to people. Um, I was thinking he was female, but I'm not sure. I just want to make sure I have that right in my head. And you know what? I don't think I know much as far as chameleon or whatever. There's so many different crystals out there. It's hard to keep track. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Cause I thought we'd talked before. Um, no, I'm not. I probably should be. I actually rinsed with peroxide yesterday, and some of the peroxide accidentally went up in the hole and came out my nose. Yeah, that was a little weird, but it didn't harm me, and I figured, well, maybe that disinfected some stuff, because I could still feel stuff draining down the tooth hole thing. I had somebody tell me too, though. I was like, maybe I hadn't made any of that toothpaste in a while, the coconut oil. Something made me think coconut oil. It could help you with healing. And then the weirdest thing, a couple days later, a friend of mine's like, Just some coconut oil in there. Like, this is interesting. Oh, sorry. So that's cool when that happens, man. Get a little feeling not too sure, and then I get synchronization from the universe through you guys. That's what I mean, man. We all work together. We're all united. Hey, man, I've been on here almost an hour and a half. Wow. Did not realize that. Yeah, no, here, check this out. I was going to go out of town today, and one of the things in my bag right here, right next to the dog's got his, I made sure I got the dog's bowl. I didn't get it completely packed, but there we go. What's left of my pink salt. I also have a little container of pink salt that set behind my fan. A friend of mine gave me some ideas. I had pink salt over my doorways. I had it lining the window sills. It's like protection thing. Um, yeah, I should be getting extra vitamin C just straight through. Well, I've been trying to. I eat a lot of fruit and stuff, but I also, just to back things up, I take 2 multivitamins a day. Which I know people say, well, you get vitamins from your food. Well, if you're not eating right, that's good to have a vitamin. But I mean, if you eat great, then you probably don't need a vitamin. uh, well, I think the, I really believe the Missouri thing is the way to go. Just got to figure out the right situation, and I'll know more here soon. Because if dude's headed out there, then I don't know. Might have to see what happens after that if he's really headed out there or not. I don't know. I just know it's so weird, man. Almost feel like I wish some kind of angel could have came like right before he came over and said, "No, keep your idea, but look for another ride." Instead of having to learn the whole, make sure that I'm not stuck within the trap of the manipulation thing. Just happened to me with that one friend recently. Pretty wild, man. It's weird. And I know we make friends and replace friends and make friends and replace friends as we grow. But when the only ones you're replacing are the ones in the physical, it's like, who? I mean, y'all know I've been divorced 11 years. I've been single for 7. And cool, yeah. It's helped me to grow and stuff. But I'm done. I'm ready for my damn fairy tale, man. Where's my fairy tale romantic, beautiful little happy ending out in the middle of the country with my beautiful life partner? And I say that because that's what I want in life. I want somebody that I can share everything with, you know, all that crazy stuff of being married and you're going out with your lady friends or your guy friends. No, man. When I see something awesome and neat and beautiful in the world, I want to share it with my life partner, my best friend. And it'd be really cool, man. I think it'd be really cool for everybody if they could find that best friend. First, you find that friend. That person becomes your best friend, and then maybe it morphs into something romantic. And then there you go. You're in love with your best friend. You want to see caves, you want to go on a trip, you want to do this. You're always going, ooh, I got to take this person with me because that's my best friend. you know, that's the kind of thing right there. That's what I want to do. Um, how many grandchildren does who have? If you're talking to me, I have two that's actually technically mine. Um, I have one I claimed as a stepdaughter. Um, Me and her mom weren't actually married. Um, and I don't actually see those kids. But I'd kind of consider those ones mine too. Even though I just don't see them and haven't met the last couple ones. I think there's like, what's Kimmy got, like 4 or 5 now? But I actually have two blood ones that came from my daughter, and I was there when they were born. And then I had to move. Right before I moved, I almost had a stroke. Ended up in the hospital. And then came up here to Michigan. Ended up at what would have been my ex mother-in-law's house and realized you're having a spiritual reawakening. Like, nice. But yeah, if you're asking me, I have two. Um, yeah, well, the universe already knows I've been through enough testing. It can stop. Knows how serious I am. How many people do you know that would literally stand in a field and if an angel walked up to him and said, "Look, everything could be cured within the hearts of all existence, if you just sacrifice your existence right now, right here, right now, no questions asked. I snap my fingers, you don't exist, you never existed. But before you go, I will make sure that I give you a little click of this feeling to know that everything's going to be right and that this will happen." The only thing I'd say is snap your fingers. Do I really want to do that? No. I love existing. I love hanging out with y'all. But if it took me to erase my whole being to help the better good of all, that's how dedicated I am. So dedicated, I give up my own existence for all. And even though I'm in tears when I say it, I'm really happy because I look back in the world and I'm like, there's been a few people who's thought this way. And the people that thought that way are people that I really, really look up to. So it makes me feel good because no matter what's going on, I know where my heart is. And if my heart gets any bigger, I might just end up going rainbow body and disappear out of here. I don't see how it can expand any more than it is. True love for all things and everything and everyone. So I said a prayer like that earlier, man. I'm praying for me. I'm not praying for any individual. I'm praying for everybody, man. Everybody. Okay, Ralph. I appreciate it, man. Um, I said, you know, feel free to get a hold of me through the email, the telephone, Facebook, whatever. Um, I'm around. I'll come back on here later. I'll eat some food. I wish I could remember what it was I was thinking earlier of doing because it kind of made me happy for a second. Like, hey, I could do that. Um, but yeah, if nothing else, um, I'll go walk the dog and I'll go over to Harbor Freight. That would make me happy. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna get the stuff to build me some grounding mats, man. I've got a few different ideas. Um, I know that conductive tape works good. I don't know if they sell that there, but there's probably other metal tapes. Like I said, they also make grounding straps that you can use with electrical, and it's just woven copper. It's probably not the greatest thing you'd want to lay on, but I don't care. Whatever. Do what's needed. I guess you could probably put a thin cover on it and it should still work, you know? But I wouldn't want to put something heavy on it, you know, because I don't know how much will still absorb through there. And being in this apartment, I really think it's very important to ground because Man, people are ridiculous. It's like they have 10 phones and all this stuff in their house, and they're just sending so much energy around, you know. So I'm getting out of here. I'm to the point now where I'm almost ready just to move in with a friend that even lives in a town somewhere, just so it can make life easier on both of us. Like I said, taking away all the food stamps and all that shit. It's like they're literally trying to take away my abilities to eat. And I'm like, okay, well, if the universe is doing that so I go somewhere, then fine. But if I'm going to go somewhere and people sabotage and shit, then what's going on here? You know? I just get weird little sometimes because I see what looks like a system trying to fight all of us. And the only way I know that things can get better is for every one of us just to stand up and say no. And I know a lot of people here are, but there's still a lot of people in the world that think they can't get out of the control mechanisms. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll get, some stuff together. Um, I'll come back on here later. And when I come on later, it's just gonna be that. I'll move the bed out of the way. Um, you know, my friend Marissa, maybe she'll come on here, and she said she likes the bongos, so ask Sheldon to play bongos again. Sheldon plays the bongos. Back to Big Bang Theory. Um, yeah, we'll have some fun, man. You know, spread some love and some fun. I actually thought of walking up to that metaphysical shop up the road. Really don't want to walk anywhere really far, but metaphysical shops have nice vibes, man. They're full of crystals. Oh, hey, Paul. The guy that was supposed to take me to Missouri went all weird on me yesterday, and then last night decided to tell me he's going to go sit in the car and decide if, he said he's going to decide if we're going. And then I didn't hear anything from him. And I talked to the guy who was supposed to go out to the land, you know, just out there on the land. He's asking me when I'm going to be there. So I called him. And according to him, the other guy said he turned around, left my house last night, and started heading towards Missouri. He doesn't even have the phone number there. I'm the one who said it all, who told him about it, you know? I mean, Mike told me about it and stuff, but then I told him about it. And I've been the one that's doing all the calling back and forth. And yeah, he left out here last night, took my idea, and took off to these people. It's like, wow. So yeah, I got left without a ride. That's what happened, Paul. But anyways, I'm not gonna get back into that. I've already been on here crying and in prayers and showing people a box with my dead mom in it, and geez. Far cry from the happy life feeds, huh, y'all? Still happy. It's just we have sometimes things happen in life. I tell you what, I leave the state of Michigan, I ain't coming back. I'm done. I had one too many weird things here. I just don't like it up here, man. I mean, no offense to anybody up here, but there's a great big head up the booty vibe in a lot of these areas, you know? And it's really weird too, because some of these areas, I can show you an area right now you go into everybody's brother. Everybody's brother. And you go down that way a little bit, and it's heads up butt, heads up butt. But it's just a vibe up here. It's very fast, you know. Everybody wants to, you gotta work, work, make money, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. It's just very programmed. I think you can actually tell when somebody's gonna put their Christmas lights up to the minute and the second every year. Unless the guy down the road does it, or the woman down the road does it before they do, then maybe they will. Competition thing. I'm not living in competition with nothing or nobody. What the hell are we competing for? Why would you compete? Share. So, but anyways, I'm I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna come back on later, give y'all some love and some entertainment or whatever. I don't know. Maybe we'll just talk. But yeah, I need to put a little bit of food in me and get to bed, put up stuff, you know. But anyways, I love everybody. If y'all want to check back later. Trying to think of time. I don't know, maybe 6. Would do later, but I've got friends that do stuff later, and I want to kind of make sure I'm go to their live feeds later. So, and who knows how I'm gonna be filling in. So I don't know. Maybe somewhere between 4 and 6 or something. And just look for the pop up if you want to be here. But anyways, I love everybody. Uh, yeah, if you're on Messenger like you are, Paul, feel free to contact me on there if you want to talk to me a little more and find out what's up or anything. Um, so yeah, send y'all love. I gave a prayer earlier, so hopefully anybody's here prayed along with me because we all just prayed for each other. Yeah, give me some food and water in me so I don't get sick. Take my dog out. Poor guy ain't been out yet today, so talk to y'all later. Love each and every one of y'all. And no matter what this world does or what happens, just remember you're on the path to something great because we are the conscious evolution. Much love. Talk to y'all later.